Hello, hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 239. Got Jason and Larry in the house tonight. Hope you all are doing good. I'm back. I did not die. I just put a little caveat in the audio podcast for this week. It was a short show. It was interesting editing that, Larry, because
I'm sure
I was like, I'm listening to myself, and like when I yawned, I was like, okay, that's when it was happening. Because like, when you're I mean, did you play high school sports at all?
Yeah, I played football.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I ran track and swam, so individual, but when your race was coming up, I would be like yawning and yawning. It's like kind of nervous thing to do. Even though I'm not tired, I'm going to go explode when I run. But that's what it was. I was yawning, and I was feeling like hot. You saw me take my sweatshirt off, and then I'm editing it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I can tell when I was dead in the water.
Yeah, I went back and watched the video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just to see, because I was telling my wife, I was like, we were just like, boom, 1 second. Now I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch the video. And I went back and watched the video, and I could start telling a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I can see now. I didn't see it in the moment because we're busy looking at articles and doing different things and stuff like that. So it caught me by surprise.
Well, I did when I was pulling clips for social. I did see some of those. I was pretty white, compared like me looking at the color in my skin now. So. I don't have any answers. This is the second time it's happened to me in 3 weeks. I am going to go see a neurologist, which is fucking weird because I'm having these weird and it's literally like from my elbow to my fingertips. Just some weird shit going on. So, and the worst part is I don't know when it's going to happen again. Yeah. So, I mean, good luck if it does. It's going to be another short show, but thank you guys so much for joining us. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for our newsletter. And anything gig economy related, you can download the shows, look at old videos and stuff like that. I want to mention our Patreon members, and we'd love for you to join the Patreon. Samson, Bud, Omar, Steve, Delivery Cats, Frank, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, and Jerry. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I know we say it a lot, but we really, truly mean it. If you want to join and support us, go to patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast. There you get an extra podcast a month. And this month we just recorded it an hour ago, so you're going to get that up front first and personal. You get a t-shirt after your third month. You get ad-free episodes. It's like fucking amazing the amount of the perks you get just for supporting the show you already love. And they are offering a 7-day free trial, so you can download it, download all the stuff, and then cancel if you want, which we would hope you didn't, but we understand. And then we have a Telegram group. We just had a new person join, and Larry's going to talk about that.
Yeah, so our Telegram group, that's kind of how we chat and communicate back and forth. It's kind of like a texting program, but besides just writing out, sending texts, you can also do voice chats or video chats. So if you're out driving or doing deliveries, you don't want to try to text and drive, which is dangerous. You can just lock it in and do a voice message, and then other people can hear that, and you can hear other people's voice messages. But we have gig workers all over the country, all over the world. We just get in there and chat about the gigs, what's happening, what's hot, what's new. We talk about life, and it's a really good way to make some friends in the gig economy because they know what you're going about, what you're going through, what you're bitching about, the ups and downs that we go through in the gig life. So please come join our Telegram.
I'm going to give a shout out to Ernesto Garcia. He's our a new Telegram. And obviously everything we talk about on the show, there's always links in the description. If you're listening to the audio or watching the video, whatever, you can just click on those. Ernesto Garcia looks like he's in Chicago, and the surges have been shit for him this week. And we say, keep grinding. And January through March is kind of shitty. Once the weather gets a little bit better, hopefully it'll pick up for you. But appreciate you joining the chat. It ebbs and flows as far as how much activity is in. Our main chatter, other than Larry, had surgery, so he's been down for a while. He usually won't shut the fuck up. So should I clip that and send it to him?
Yeah, for sure.
So check that out. Also, we are really trying to grow the TikTok. We're kind of gaining some followers every day. I was on a live last week with Mo Side Hustles. She's coming on our show next week. You'll love her. She's great. So please, if you're on TikTok, just go search the Gig Economy Podcast. Give us a follow. Steve shot me a message today, wants to kind of do a once a month thing. I said, hey, let's fucking do it on TikTok. And he's like, you can go live. And it used to be that you had to have 1,000 followers. I'm like, I just showed him a screenshot. I was like, it says go live.
Yep,
so
go live.
I don't know if they got rid of it. The only caveat to that is you can't do it while you're driving, because I guess TikTok will shut you down, which I didn't know, because like you can do it on YouTube and they don't give a shit if you do.
Yeah, I don't care as long as you're not playing music in your car.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it'll be interesting. You don't have all these features like StreamYard, but I really want to grow the TikTok. I really enjoy that platform. So go ahead. If you are on TikTok, please give us a follow there. Stories from the road. Larry, do you have anything?
No, I have been out driving. I did go out driving, getting back out more than I was there in January and February. But
you mean, did you do one ride? Because you didn't do any in January and February.
No. I did. I was out for several hours on Saturday, and I went out Thursday as well. Been going out a little bit after work, in between work and supper. But luckily, things have been pretty calm. Nothing really crazy happening. But we do have St. Patty's Day coming up. So
yeah, for sure. It's so funny. I actually, God, do I really want to fucking drive for St. Patty's?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
What day? So what day are we doing? So St. Patty's is the 17th. So I wonder if they're probably celebrated on Saturday. Well, we have that big Irish on Ionia, which it's not Irish on Ionia anymore. It's Irish on the Calder, which doesn't sound as good. Right. But they're moving it to a more a better spot. So you think they'll celebrate on the 15th then?
I think they'll celebrate on the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yeah. Okay. God, do I want to drive, Larry? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Some great stories though, right?
Yeah. St. Patty's Day. That was that. It was St. Patty's Day. When I had the story, the girl who dropped her trousers right next to my car and took a whiz.
I mean, if we're gonna drive during those drunk ass time, can we see some boobs? I mean, we're men, right? Like Bubba Sue. I'm sorry. I mean, I assume you're a female just by the name, but like, can we just see? Like, I'm not looking like just a flash. Let me see some boobs. I mean, that would. I don't need anything but that. Like, that would just make me happy. Like, I'm just a typical male. Just show me some boobs.
Okay, like, well, here you go.
Oh God, no, not yours. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just not interested in that.
Well, you didn't specify.
That's true. That's true. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a girl change twice in my car in a ride, two times during the same ride.
That doesn't count because that's.
And I've had a girl take her shirt off.
I want to be like, hey, let's go. I'll be like, let's go. I'll be like, let's go. We're gonna have a good ride.
Let's do it.
So St. Patty's Day, you're gonna drive. I know Bubba Sue says I should drive. Oh,
yes.
It's
and
stressful.
She said, what if it's not offended about your boob comment?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not being like, I'm just a typical male.
I mean, she's listened to us long enough to know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Stories. I don't think I have any stories. I don't. No, I don't know. I don't have any stories for you. Not as good as like that guy thinking I was an undercover cop or the app crashing. Because we talked about that, right? Or no, was that the next day that happened? The Walmart app? I can't remember. I did a TikTok on it, but I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't think we did talk about it. So I guess wait a minute. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to talk about it because I don't remember what happened. But no, basically, I did a TikTok on it. The app asked me to update my terms of service, like how you get that, but it was like during a route, like not a route. What am I calling it? Like a shift
delivery?
Like, not during a delivery. I was heading back to the Walmart, but I was sparking as they call it, and so I went to go. It was blank. I couldn't scroll. I couldn't do anything. So I ended up having to go home, and of course I go to Reddit where I go for everything, and there was like 400 comments under the subreddit. So everyone was experiencing, some of them had like an actual error, like an error code in there. I had nothing. I just had a blank screen.
Yeah.
And after 2 hours, I was able to accept it, but I was already home. I'm like, you know me, I'm not gonna wait it out.
Not there and wait for that.
No. So that was my only story. And then I was gone last weekend with Megan. So that was good. But yeah, so no really stories. And this week I'm volunteering for Laugh Fest, which I've done, like, this is like my 7th year. So there won't be
you've been doing that ever since I've known you.
Yeah. The 1 year I didn't do it is like what COVID happened during the festival. We had 2 days and then
the shut it down.
And I just was like, fuck it, I'm not dealing with this shit.
It's hard. And is that not hard to believe, though? I know today was the 5-year anniversary of the first case of COVID, in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it was a long time ago? Or does it feel like it just happened?
No, to me, it feels like it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, even though we are still experiencing COVID a little bit, and I know flu, like influenza, has been really bad here, but it does seem like a long time ago. Hey, Josh.
Yeah. I mean, to think now, even to just think back how much everything was shut down.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember me and 2 of my buddies were having lunch at a pizza place, and it came on the news that they were canceling the SEC basketball tournament. We're like, oh shit, this is serious.
Yeah.
They like the basketball down here.
So the first month of that lockdown, I worked 3 or 4 days for lawn care, and then Governor Whitmer shut down. Like, we were off for a month.
Yeah.
I mean, we were making $1,000 a week because it was that extra, like, unemployment plus I mean, I was making money, but like, that was crazy times. It
was
I gotta give Josh, is funny. So he was in Maureen's stream today, and I don't think people know that I know him, and I was giving him shit in the chat. I was like, quit being a little bitch, and like, LOL.
It was like,
I know, and I can't remember what I said it to, but I was like fucking laughing. I'm like, Maureen's gonna see that and be like, what is happening?
What the heck?
Right, like, don't call Josh a little bitch. All right. Well, so that's what's happening. Gig economy in the news, and some of this is from last week's show after I almost died. So DoorDash is now. So I finally read this article, and I'm like, didn't we freaking talk about this? But this is kind of a lawsuit that finally is settling in New York.
Because it's happened in multiple states. So we've done it before, which is why it sounds familiar.
Yeah, Illinois last year, Washington, D.C. in 2020. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It says some people will receive as much as $14,000.
Yeah.
And some will receive, but a little, like a few thousand. But basically, this is how it worked. If DoorDash guaranteed a worker $7 and a customer did not tip, I gotta move this over here because I hate not looking at the screen. If the customer did not tip, DoorDash would pay the worker the whole $7. If the customer tipped, say $3, then DoorDash would pay the worker only $4, then add $3 tips, so the worker would still get $7. Customers had no way of knowing that DoorDash was using tips to reduce its own costs. The Attorney General's office said in a statement, adding the fine print about where the tip was actually headed was buried in the buried. Well, when you read it, our English language is so stupid. You look at it and it's buried. It's B-U-R-I-E-D, but I would say buried.
Yeah.
And so I went and said buried.
Okay. We'll start doing the podcast in Espanol.
Yeah. And reading things phonetically.
Yeah.
At checkout, DoorDash encouraged customers to tip, reminding them that Dashers all received 100% of the tip. So I don't remember how much it was, 16.8 million. Like, here's the shitty part, like just jumping off that. Uber does the same fucking thing. In there, they say it's the algorithm. Like we just talked, didn't we talk about it last week where we said, like and I even pulled a clip about this. I'm like, I don't care about the surge. Like it's whatever is worth it to me, but they are kind of doing that. They're nipping down whatever they're going to pay you.
Right.
Depending on the surge, which isn't technically the tip, so that maybe they can say, well, it's not the tip, so we can do what we want, but it's still kind of shitty.
It is. Yeah. It's very sketchy.
So I don't know. Maybe there'll be a class action lawsuit with Uber, but yeah, I'm glad these attorney generals are slapping these fuckers on the wrist, because that's shady. And like, again, we talk about all the time, why can't we just have a legitimate company that just does things honestly and just be transparent and be like, hey,
yeah, and treat people right.
I want these companies to make money. You know why? Because they stay in business. And so I want them to make money, but but when you fucking like prey on these workers and people that like need this stuff to survive, or whether it be part-time or full-time, they're working their asses off to try to pay their bills, and you're fucking stealing from them.
Yeah,
like, come on, these people, and a lot of these people are fucking loyal, and they will work for you, but just be honest, dude. Like, just be honest.
Yeah, at least if you lay it out there and you're transparent, you're like, look, this is what it's gonna, this is what it's gonna pay. This is what we're offering. And people can take it or leave it. But when you advertise, entire tip goes to the driver or delivery person, and then it doesn't, because you're stealing
and
it to lower the amount you have to.
Yeah, and that's dishonest to the customer too, because they're thinking, oh, my driver is getting this amazing $7 tip plus this.
Yes.
Like, I feel good that I was able to help them, and then they're not even fucking getting it.
Exactly.
Bullshit. Ultra, thank you so much. Love the podcast, cleaning my EV. Two things. What kind of EV do you have? I love that you have an EV. It's great for gig. And then whereabouts do you drive? So appreciate the shout out there. Okay, Larry. Oh God, Uber. Have you Uber mode or Uber Advantage and standard mode? Did you get this in your market?
No,
Not yet.
No, it does list. There's it's probably like, I didn't count it out, but it looks like about maybe 50 cities that it's coming to. So it says over the past few months, they're piloting a new program called Advantage Mode, which rewards drivers for providing reliable service. If you accept more trips, cancel fewer, and you can benefit from Advantage Mode perks. So it says the majority of drivers who achieved Advantage Mode earn 20% more per hour than drivers in standard mode. So here's the advantages compared to Advantage Mode. And you can go back and forth between the modes. Like if your acceptance rate drops below what they're requiring it for. But I mean, their acceptance rate requirement is only 25%, which is pretty damn low.
I mean, I probably I wouldn't be there. Like on when did I drive? Monday night, I had 48 requests. I took 2.
Yeah. I would never drive if I did that.
Well,
I would never take a trip.
I'm doing Spark too, so I'm being very picky. But.
Yeah, you are. But anyway, what you got to do, what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. So to qualify for Advantage Mode, acceptance rate of 25% or more, a cancellation rate of 8% or less, rating of at least 4.85, and your driving insight score of 75 or more. So it says, you can move back and forth between Advantage Mode and regular mode, depending on if your acceptance rate drops below there or your cancellation rate goes above there. Okay. But the Advantage Mode, here's what it brings you. So it says you earn 5% more per trip on UberX and other non-premium ride types compared to standard mode. You get more exclusive ride requests compared to standard mode, priority for trip radar matching at airports, and continued access to trip radar.
So nothing really. I mean, here's the big thing that I heard, and I want to get to Josh's. He said he's 95% of his time is spent on Uber is Premier. What is Uber Premier? Do I not know what this is? Or is that Lyft Premier? Or is he thinking Uber Comfort? But anyways, I'll get to Ultra too. But if you notice what you said, that 5% is for Uber X. It's not for Uber Comfort, which I would consider like a Premier ride. And now I'm saying it, but I don't know what verbiage they used. Yeah. What verbiage did they use? Read it again. I'm sorry.
5% more per trip on UberX and other non-premium ride types.
Non-premium rides. So, well, and I don't even do UberX. Like, and I don't know if back to St. Patty's Day, if I work St. Patty's Day, I'm not doing UberX. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm hoping to get a better class of people on Comfort, but I don't know, man. I just, be slumming.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Larry's like, come on,
come on, live a little.
I mean, it all depends. It depends if the money's right. Like I said, I go about the money. If the money's right, then I'll fucking do it. But
so on here it says in advantage mode, when it's live, you'll be able to check the card on your home screen. The driver app, so up where it shows your money, and you can, it shows your last trip money and how much money you made for the day. When you scroll through that, it'll also show you if you're in advantage mode or you're in standard mode, so you'll know all the time which one you're in.
Okay. I wonder how long it would take me to get into that. Because, like, at least DoorDash for a while, remember they would give you, like, I would get emails every once in a while, like, hey, we're going to reset your
reset your stats. Yeah.
We're going to reset those stats. But I don't think Uber will do that. Or maybe when they do the every 3 months when they do the diamond. Yeah. Remember when they,
I don't know. No, I don't think they reset your stats. I don't think. But I don't think so.
Oh, actually, you know what? I actually have Uber on this phone. Remember, I always say I never bring my work phone down.
Yeah.
Let me see what I don't even know how to find my stats.
Yeah, anymore. They've changed it so much over the years. It's buried in there somewhere now.
Guess what my acceptance rate is?
I don't know. 10%.
1%.
1%? Are you serious?
1%. I have a 5% cancellation rate, a 99% satisfaction rate on deliveries, and a 4.97 star rating.
Okay. What does it show your driver insight score?
Oh yeah, that we needed that too. Where do you find that?
I don't know.
God damn it, Larry. What is this podcast? Jeez, we're terrible.
They change it so much. And we don't hey Steve.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, here we go. Not enough trips. You need to have 20 eligible trips. Oh, look at all these things I'm finding in this app.
How long has it been since you've done Uber?
Dude, I did a week ago. I did 2 comfort rides. Dialing in the.
That's the first 2 you've done this year?
Yeah, that's the first 2. I did 2 comforts because we'll talk about it sooner about Dovetail, but my one feedback from customers, not polite. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Was that when you took Jesper?
Probably.
Oh, God.
I've only done 526 Uber deliveries. That's crazy. I feel like I do. Really? I mean, I don't do a crazy amount. Look at all these stats.
That's way more than I've done.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder how long do y'all think it would take me to get my acceptance rate up? Like, I feel like even like DoorDash, you decline 1, it goes down 3%, and you accept 10 and it goes up 1%. Like, I don't even know how this works.
Takes a while.
But
if I did more Uber Eats, my acceptance rate would be way lower.
That's true. That is based on Uber Eats. That's a good point. I mean, I'm getting $2 orders to go 7 miles. I mean,
so that's what I do. I'll turn on Uber Eats and I'll get like 3 of those, and I'm like, screw it, I'm turning it off.
Yeah, I bet you though. I bet in the same tone, I bet I would be able to get my acceptance rates up if I just took all those.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Just to get it up. It'd be interesting to try, but God, it would be painful.
Yeah,
I would lose a lot of money. All right, so this next video, I freaking love this.
You're gonna get back to Ultra?
What was
Hyundai Kona rental?
Oh, Hyundai Kona rental. Had the Ford Mach-E. Love the Ford, but the Hyundai is so efficient. Oh, interesting. So, do you feel like the Mach-E was probably like heavy on the pedal? Like it was hard to like. I don't know. I don't know if the Mach-E has 1 pedal driving. I know the Hyundai has 1 pedal driving, but I don't know if the Mach-E does that. I've heard a lot of good feedback about the Mach-E, but yeah, efficiency, you gotta go with that. So yeah, Josh, like the video, you dick. All right. I'm so mean. All right, so this next video is about it's 10 seconds. It's short. We're kind of focusing on Waymo and the robots and shit like that. So we're gonna watch this and then we'll talk about it.
Did you get that on video?
Okay, let's watch that again.
Did you
So I'll be honest with you. I audibly screamed when I first watched that because, you see, I don't know where I got it, TikTok somewhere, but it scared the shit out of me. I was not expecting it to like whatever was going to happen, happen. But I literally audibly went, "Oh shit!" Like
and it was so right when the video started. Like there wasn't a lot of time there. It wasn't like you were watching it for a while and then it gets hit. It was like bam.
The build up, it wasn't there. So but definitely something it's gonna happen. I mean, and that robot, couldn't have seen that car. I mean, maybe it has camera because it was like ready to cross.
Yeah, and I don't know how they're going to handle it because people turn right on red, and they if they see it's clear, they don't slow down. They are not slowing down to turn. And if the robot's coming from the side, I mean,
all right, let's watch it again because I feel like I want to know what the light.
Did you get that on video?
I can't see. I feel like it was green for the car, and he was just turning because I think they were just standing there maybe ready to cross the street, but either way, I mean that car wasn't slowing down, so I feel it was green for them. They just didn't clear the intersection.
But that's what I'm saying. The robot, how they need to wait until it's clear, because if a car's coming through the intersection and they're turning right, but the robot's going to have the crossing light. It's going to be clear, but that doesn't mean something when somebody's turning right and they have the green light. They're not slowing down.
Well, here's the problem. Those people were standing in front of the robot. That driver could not. He noticed the driver sees the people standing there. Can't see the robot.
Oh yeah, the robot's on the ground, so low and small like that. Yeah, and if he had the green light, he doesn't need. He's not. What does he need to stop anyway?
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't. Well, he does if someone's in the fucking.
Well, if people are in there, but but maybe he looks and he doesn't see any people. Like I said, he's not going to see that little robot in front of those people.
Yeah, so, I wonder if so up here, it's well, you're from a redneck country too, but up here the dunes is a big thing, and the big boys take their big trucks, with their little teepees on the dunes. And they have a big like flag with like. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, so maybe they need to do that. But that fucker took it like a champ.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they don't have something like that. Because here, you see those people on those bicycles that sit on the ground, that you're kind of laid, that sit way low to the ground. I forget what they're called. But they usually have like the big giant flags on there so you can see them, because you can't, it's easy to miss them on they're so low to the ground. But they might need to put something like that on there,
or some sort of small strobe that at least it'll catch your eye. Like it doesn't mean just be there's something right there. But that car was hauling.
Oh yeah, but the robot did handle him pretty well.
I mean, we didn't see it move after that, but it didn't like tip over or nothing. Steve says, remember mailbox baseball, delivery robot baseball. I never did that. I was a goody two shoe when I was a kid, but I know kids in my high school that they get in the car, they lean out the window with a big old baseball bat, wham! You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. I'm too goody two shoe. I'd probably do it more now than I would as a kid. I'd be like, fuck this shit. Let's go do some stuff. All right. So a couple of Tesla. We love Tesla. No. Tesla to not allow cybercabs on Uber, according to the Uber CEO.
Yeah. So, we've heard talk in the past of Uber, possibly partner up with Tesla, put Tesla cars on the app. And now the Uber CEO is saying, no, Tesla has said that they don't want to partner up. They want to do it on their own. They're wanting to develop their own app and launch their own robo-taxi network. And I can understand them doing that, kind of cut, like I said, make more money. But it's going to be interesting to see if, how they're going to build it out, how it's going to work for them, because Uber has Uber has the network out there already, and Tesla's going to have to kind of build that from scratch.
Yeah. Just building on that. I'm just, my article is literally about that, just saying that they want to do that. And it's a Uber finance, of course, but they're seeking approval to offer ride hailing in California. a key step by Elon Musk's company to begin pairing customers while traditional car selling business falters. Because, yeah, obviously, I mean, with this whole shit going on with the politics, I mean, they've taken a hit. I mean, he's not taking a hit. He didn't give a shit. Obviously, he's rich as hell. You know what I mean? So it doesn't bother him, but the company has really taken a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, why would you want it? Unless they just want the robo part of it. Like, but they're going to have to start out with like people in the car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are people in California going to be able to be like, well, I have a Tesla, I'm going to jump on. And obviously their rideshare plan would be only Teslas, right? I couldn't jump on there with my EV.
Right. No, I think it would only be Teslas. I mean, starting out probably, but maybe down the road, that's part of their plan too. It's just like, they have the Tesla chargers and then they start opening them up to other brands.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I think it's probably smart for them to do, because over time they want to do the robo, the autonomous part of it. So I guess it's fine. I just hate that Cybercab. It's fucking ugly. So terrible. The Cybercab, terrible. I like Tesla cars as far as the looks. I think they're kind of sleek. I like them. The newest one that they just launched in Europe is way better than the ones here. But I kind of like them. I mean, I don't like the owner, and I don't like what's happening with that. But that's a private thing, or not a private thing, but that's a
So do you think that they are able to seat 4 people? Even though it's a 2-door car, but when you look at them, it's hard to tell if there's a back seat.
Which one are you talking about?
The Cybercar.
The
Cybercab.
It's got it's well, you can share it. You can present it and show us. I don't want to pull it. So if you go down to the bottom middle and present, do you have that button?
Yep.
And you can just present your web page. I mean, we showed this car. It only has 2 doors, but it has to be able to have. Cybercar is just a front row. It does? How stupid is that? Larry, you work in the tech department, for God's sakes.
It's on there.
Jeez. Why is that back so big?
The trunk, yeah.
Is that for?
I don't know.
Is that for the luggage?
I guess so. That's a whole lot of luggage in that.
I don't remember. Why do I feel like when I saw it, it was something different? Like it was bigger, like more of a shuttle. Didn't we look at something like?
That's the van. Remember, that's the van that doesn't have like a front windshield or anything.
Yeah, that
has windows on the side. That holds a bunch of people. But these are the cyber cabs that they're going to be putting, or cyber cars, whatever they want to call them.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for 2 people, that seems a little stupid.
I haven't read anywhere it for sure if it's just 2 people, but from all the drawing or all the pictures I've seen, and when they were driving them around, that one night where they had the presentation for it, it looked like it was just 2 people.
Josh says that Cyberbus is dope as fuck. You mean the one I was thinking of in my head? The one that
the Cyberbus.
Yeah. I kind of like that. That Cybercab doesn't look too bad either. Like I said, I think the design, I mean, it's put together shitty. I know people have said like just putting the car together has not been great for Tesla, but I don't know. I kind of like the design. I mean, it's kind of sleek. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be caught dead in a Tesla right now, I'll be honest with you. Did you see that one in that Cybertruck? It's mostly Cybertrucks that are getting the shit. But he went to the Mardi Gras parade and they were like throwing shit at it. Like it basically destroyed the car.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah. Not destroyed it, but like, the body and throwing shit at it. But
yeah, the van says like holds 20 people.
Oh wow. So it's a pretty good size one then.
But the Cybercab just holds 2. Yeah, it's 2 passengers.
What would be the point of that?
I don't. Why would you do that? Why would you go to all that trouble?
You design this whole thing for 2 people. And you don't need a trunk that big. I mean, even for luggage, I get it. Okay, you want room, like they probably will be doing a lot of airport runs. I mean, I feel like that's a great autonomous
But I mean, my Camry has a pretty good sized trunk, and it's not they're that big.
Yeah, I know, but I guess my point is like could be that big if you had 4 people going, but 2 people. I mean, can one of them ride bitch in the middle? Can you at least fit 3 in there, or there's only 2 seatbelts?
I mean, I'm sure it's only 2 seatbelts.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, the world is changing, Larry, right before our eyes.
It is, man.
All right, moving on. This TikTok, a driver and a homeowner fight. That's how I labeled it. Yeah, we will play that. It's kind of interesting.
He just threw it right back at him. So this Amazon driver pulls up, sees the homeowner standing right there, and still decides to throw the package instead of walking a few extra steps. And the homeowner? Oh, he's not letting that slide. He picks it up and throws it right back. Now, you'd think the driver would get the message, but nope, he throws it again. At this point, it's a full-on game of hot potato, but the homeowner is done. He launches it one more time and starts chasing the Amazon truck like he's about to file a personal delivery complaint in person.
Fuck you, Pete. Don't come on my stream and just say fake. And I wrote fake before I beat your ass. I'm notorious for not watching the whole video. And the first part looked real, but then when he went up to it and started like throwing the box at it, I was like, then I started typing probably fake. I love how he just creeps in the background and he waits for like a fake video. Now I feel like I need to get a drop for that. This is fake. This video is fucking fake. Anyways, I mean, but I could see that happening, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, we've seen some crazier shit out there. Don't ruin my moment, Pete. Damn it. Can I ban you? Can I put you in timeout? I can only block. I can't ban.
Dang it.
You can ban, I can only ban. I can't put in timeout. I know on Twitch you can put people in timeout for like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. All right. On a more serious note that maybe Pete says is fake. Uber driver allegedly picks up a passenger while drunk driving in Bozeman. Where's Bozeman? Why is it
Montana?
Montana.
Yeah. So according to court documents, this sheriff's deputy noticed this gray Toyota Corolla going 20 miles under the speed limit, swerving down the road. So the deputy pulled the car over, noticed the driver showed signs of being intoxicated. And at the same time, the deputy also noticed a passenger in the back seat who appeared to be extremely nervous. The deputy then asked who they were, to which the passenger replied that they had ordered an Uber and this guy was their Uber driver. So the deputy was able to safely remove the passenger, get them to a safe location, and then he tested the Uber driver, a field sobriety test, which the Uber driver promptly flunked, and he was placed under arrest and charged with aggravated DUI and criminal endangerment. So, yeah, that's not good. Don't be out, don't be out drinking and driving, and then like, hey, let's go drive some Uber.
Well, I feel like there are probably more than we know of drivers either high or driving somewhat impaired. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever like gotten in an Uber and been like, I don't know, but like I feel like there's a lot more. But yeah, don't get completely fucking bombed. And
so have you ever had like a drink and then went to drive Uber? Like within an hour or so of driving?
I think I've done it one time. Yeah. Just one, you know what I mean? Like one beer or whatever. Yeah. Maybe early on, because I barely drink anymore. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually fine with that. If they had one beer, I mean, they're going to be fine. Like you're not even impaired at that point.
Yeah. I may or may not have done a shot with some of my passengers one time.
Really? Allegedly? Like they had it? They brought it in?
No. I took them through the drive-thru at a liquor store, maybe. And maybe they bought me one too.
And you took it right there? Allegedly?
No, when I dropped them off, maybe.
Well, allegedly. Did you do it with them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Larry, every show we do, I get more surprised about the things you do.
It's unfortunately it's on video on one of their phones.
What?
On one of their phones, I'm sure.
I mean, you weren't driving. Who gives a shit?
Well, I was driving immediately after that.
Well, no one knows that. You didn't until you just said it.
No, I said allegedly or possibly.
rumor
I didn't
has
say I
it.
did it.
Hey, Pete, you're on here. Did you know Larry was a big skydiver? So I didn't. We found that out like a month ago, right on the show. I
wouldn't say a big skydiver.
I mean, you've gone like 25 times, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone 0. So anything.
Well, yeah, relative to you, that would be big. That would be big.
He's like, turns out Larry's a badass. Yeah, I think Larry lived on the edge when he was younger. His wife, him and his wife now, they're chill now, but yeah, for sure.
Or so you think.
Yeah, so I think. Yeah.
The quiet ones you got to watch out for, man.
That's true. All right, moving on.
Waymo in the news.
Yes.
So we got Waymo in the news, our new segment. Here we go. And then we'll talk.
Fuck. Oh my god. Okay, we now have a Waymo with no driver in it who is attempting to come through here.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Look.
Oh my god. He's coming. All right. Oh, never mind. He's gonna go right over all the garbage.
Just right through the scene.
Okay.
Full speed. He's gone.
I mean, at least he had his hazards on. So what's interesting enough, at the beginning of that video, he starts creeping with that guy that close. See, that to me is like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little weird, right?
A little sus. Yeah, a little sus.
I mean, because he was pretty close to him. Like, obviously he wasn't speeding there, but when he got past, through the intersection, he took off. But it definitely is something to take notice. That it felt like a little close to that guy.
Yes, here we are. Sometimes these cars won't go when there's nothing in the way, and then there's stuff like this where there's stuff and they're like, gotta go.
Yeah,
got places to go.
People don't care.
Pick up, man. People,
I got
things to do. You got to make that money.
Yeah, awesome. A couple ads real quick. I want to talk about Dovetail. The link is in the description. Larry and I have both used this. I earned my first $10 this week. They are now offering basically what it is they want your data. There's another app I use. It's a survey app. Not just for rideshare, but that's kind of the same thing. You upload your earnings. It's very specific how you need to upload it, and it will get rejected, and you have to do it again if you don't. But now they're offering it for DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, and Uber. I think that's it. But I think they're all. So here's the weird thing, Larry. I uploaded everything from Uber. So they don't give you 10 each because I had like rideshare and food on it. So unless you're just doing like Uber Eats or ride or Uber, like it's just only $10 for Uber basically if you're doing both.
Okay, yeah,
which is to be expected. But so each time you upload every week, it's and you have to do it that week. You can't wait 2 weeks and then do it. You get $10 for each of them. So I mean, theoretically, you could get $30. We said 40 on the last show when Gabe was on. But it'll be 30 because if you're doing Eats and
and I've been getting 20 a week from them for like 3 months now. Yeah,
for Uber and Lyft. So the link is in the description. We get $10 and you get $10 if you download it and upload your first or your first whatever you call it, your data or your earnings. If you upload your earnings, we each get 10. So try it out. I mean, it's free money. If Larry's getting $20 a week,
I'm gonna start doing a couple DoorDash so I can for at least do one for another $10.
Oh, that was one of my stories. The DoorDash the other day. Remember, I said I was going to do a DoorDash so I could get the $10. What a fucking nightmare!
Yeah, you got there and it wasn't ready, and
waited 15 minutes and it still wasn't ready. I'm like, I'm only getting $8 for 5 miles. I'm like, I'm just doing it right just to get so I can do my Dovetail, and I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. I my brain was.
I don't understand why these food delivery apps don't have this figured out by now.
I know, but
I can understand when they're first starting out, and then when COVID hit and everything, it was so freaking busy. I gave them some, give them some slack then because everybody was overwhelmed. But it's been years now.
Well, I think
they should have this figured out.
The problem is they can't see how busy the store is.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They don't have that insight, and they were busy. So, but anyways, check it out. Dovetail in the description. It's free money. It is what it is. And then I also want to talk about Gary Middleton from Middleton Tech. He's a great coder, gig worker, all the above. Maximo on your left, Flex Alert in the middle, and Driver Utility Helper. Links are in the description for that. They all help you make more money and keep you more safe on the road. Check his apps out. He's a one-man band, which is not a cut on him. It just means he does a great job with tech support. When Uber breaks the app and he has to fix it, he does a great job. All those services, there is a cost, except Flex Alert, unless you want to remove the ads. But check it out. Does a great job. Gary Middleton, thank you so much. All right, Larry, DoorDash Ghost Kitchen. Did we talk about this?
No. God, when I was prepping for the show, I was like, oh, I had not heard about this. And
good.
And I started thinking about it, like, I'm gonna have to try this.
Yeah, well, I didn't download the video. I don't really think it needs a TikTok.
Yeah. No, I don't think I even watched the video. But the story, this guy, we all remember, we've heard about the ghost kitchen that started up. Especially during COVID, you would get this weird name and then you would go pick it up and it would be inside a Chuck E. Cheese or, some other restaurant that everyone knows really well, but it would be called something totally different. So this guy decided that he was going to see what it would take to start up his own ghost kitchen. And if he was able to do that, he didn't have a restaurant or anything like that. So, he just went and he got an LLC. So they did require you to have an LLC, but he didn't have, he says you don't need like a commercial kitchen or any sort of license or anything like that. So what he did, he didn't even make the food. He just bought pre-made food from Costco and he was going to resell it for a profit. So he signed up and they sent him a tablet. He uploaded his menu and named his store Sugar Rush. So he was selling cinnamon rolls, chocolate muffins, all sorts of muffins and chocolate milk as well. So then, but the thing was he was, he made a TikTok about it, which went viral. So then, once it went viral, somebody notified DoorDash and DoorDash shut him down and sent him an email saying that his store had been deactivated.
Oh, man.
So, the lesson here is you don't either do something on TikTok or do something like this with this ghost kitchen and make some money, but don't try to do both when you're doing something that's probably going to get you shut down.
Well, yeah, you can't fucking talk about it. Especially if you're doing on the DL.
But here's the thing. Then at the end of the video, he said he had an overlay text that said, "This isn't real." So we're wondering that nobody knows if it was just he was talking about his wife's reaction or if the whole video was just a bit.
Well, I mean, we need to get Peter J. Spalding on the case to see if it's fake or not.
Well, he's always cooking food. He needs to start, Pete's.
That's true.
Mr. Pete's ghost kitchen.
Mr. Beast exploded and faded away. Did he have a ghost kitchen?
Oh yeah, Beast Burger.
Oh,
you remember Beast Burgers?
Pete, wasn't that Flanagan's that had that? The Mr. Beast. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
So speaking of Mr. Beast, I watched the game show, Larry, and my family got hooked on it. We
Isn't it good?
So we would not watch it without each other.
Right.
And so we finally saw the final episode last night.
So what'd you think?
So here's my only thing.
Mm-hmm.
The coin flip for 10 million, I think, was scripted. Because why would that guy do that? Why would
people do stupid shit? That's the only thing I can say. Why did those people not take $1 million?
I know.
Why'd they turn down $1 million?
I know. I'm like,
go home with nothing.
I was so screaming, and I get that early in the competition, but that guy was up. He was top 6. He knew if it was the wrong one, he was going home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was fake.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I don't want it to be because I really enjoyed the show and I like the mind games that they played with.
Yes.
And it was, and everyone sorry, I gotta stop because we're talking about gig. But if you want a good game show that has a shit ton of money and like a lot
And
on
a lot
the
of
line,
mind games.
a lot of mind games, check out
Yeah.
Beast Games. So
Yep, for sure.
So yeah, Mr. Beast, Flanagan's, a couple other places. Yeah, I never
Mhm.
had a Beast burger.
I did
but,
not. I don't know if we had them. We
Let-
may have had them here, but I never heard about them if we did.
Let's face it. I mean, he's trying some things, and that, what do they say? You try 100 things and one sticks, and the rest of them are failures. So it's like I don't hate him for that, but they were good. Pete said they were good. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard a lot of people said they were good.
Okay. Yeah, I never tried one. It's always just weird to me when they're doing a ghost kitchen. Like, how good can the quality be? You know what I mean? And Flanagan's, like, are they paying these guys more money per hour? So let's say you're making $20 as a cook. Now I got to cook for this fucker too and make the same amount of money. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Weird.
Well, anyways, yeah, if you're gonna sell muffins from
I mean, that's worth trying. That would be. I wonder if I could start a ghost kitchen here and start selling.
Well, I feel like when I said, did we talk about this? I feel like we've talked about a ghost kitchen that somebody did something like this, but I can't remember. But I could be wrong. It's always my worst nightmare if we pull a story and we talked about it 3 years ago. I always look at the date and it said updated March 1st. I'm like, does that mean
updated
from 3 years ago or whatever? But okay, gig economy workers may be in for a rude surprise this tax season. This is from I got this article from Steve's site. Now, Larry, you're gonna have to, we're not tax experts, but so apparently in January they did a survey. 73% of gig workers said they did not know about the new 5,000 reporting threshold. I'm one of those because I didn't even know. The survey also found that 61% were unaware that the 1099K rules are changing. So what is the difference between a 1099K and then it's a summary, right? Like that's the difference, or what's the verbiage? I know you probably didn't read the article, but I'm trying to.
I'm not.
I read the fucking article, but I can't remember. So payment apps, online marketplace are required to distribute 1099K tax forms to taxpayers with over a certain amount in business-related transactions on that platform. Companies like Venmo and Etsy must issue a 1099K forms to their users and sellers. And gig workers like Uber are also required because previously the threshold was 20 grand. So I knew that, right? So
now it's 600.
Well, it's going to be slowly tiered down to 600.
Yeah.
So right now it's 5, and then I think the next year it goes to 2,500, and then 2 years later it's going to be 600. But again, what did they change it to? Because this has happened like a couple of years ago where we used to get 1099s, but then they didn't send them unless you made 20. But what did they call them? They called them summaries, right?
Yeah, summaries. Yeah.
So I don't even know how that's going to affect us in regards to like how many, because we still got to pay taxes on all that shit, regardless.
Regardless of whether they send you just a summary or they send you an actual, 1099K. Yeah, you're supposed to be paying the money on that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this is gonna.
Yeah, I read it, but it didn't really say. It says, while lower thresholds shouldn't affect how much anyone owes in taxes, it still could be alarming for gig workers to seem this. Okay, so this is clickbait.
Yeah.
These forms. As the documentation could suggest greater scrutiny of discrepancies between taxes gig workers owe and what they actually pay. Oh, interesting. So it sounds like it might fuck us.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, Trump's laying off. He's firing half of the IRS anyway. So I mean, they're not going to be getting anybody.
Have you done your taxes yet?
No,
me either. So we're screwed. We're not going to find out until like July
of next year.
Yeah, I always wait till like the last. Like I haven't even done the business taxes or anything. Yeah. Like I always wait to the last minute because typically
we're actually planning on doing ours Friday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I can't do it. I got to do the business tax first for Hey Guys, and then that gets submitted, and then once that's done, then I can submit my personal taxes. So
yeah, Pete. Yeah. We haven't done ours yet because we do all sorts of jobs, not just one job like you.
You call me a dumb? Yeah, you're submitting one W-2 real hard.
Take you like
and it's
2
probably
minutes.
1040 easy. Dick. Why am I a dumbass? Why am I a dumbass? Because I
we
haven't done them yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just March, bro. We got like 6 weeks. Calm down. All right, last up, we'll play this TikTok. It's really not gig related, but it is just interesting topic to talk about. So
yes,
we'll play this. And
So we are taking this car for a spin to see how the technology works. It has a box inside that tells you the maximum speed you can go, which right now is 39 miles per hour.
The device uses GPS data to figure out what the local speed limits are, and it can also read street signs. Depending how much you're speeding, it'll either give you a warning or automatically slow down your car. Maryland delegate Nick Allen says he's all for it.
And I think this is one possibly very valuable tool in the tool chest to making sure that Marylanders and Maryland drivers and pedestrians are all that much safer.
so what do you think about that?
man, I think I don't think it would ever fly. Too many people like their hot rod cars, man. People will find a way to break it or go, change it. People love their speed, and some people just like to go fast.
So I think I'm for it for new drivers that are teenagers.
Yeah.
I think I'm for it for that. And I'm also for it for people that have habitual speeding tickets or drunk drivings or like, I think I'm for all of that. Just for that reason. I don't want the government being able to tell me. And honestly, if you're driving a Tesla, they can fucking shut your down. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they can probably get a subpoena from Tesla and be like, all right, we're shutting it down.
I've never understood it. Why we make passenger cars that go 140 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It is. There's no need for that.
Or put a governor on it. Like, I mean, like put a governor on it, like 85. Like no one should be doing over 80. Yeah. Like, honestly, I mean, you're not getting there that much faster over like a long ass trip. If you did 85 the whole time, you might get there like a couple hours earlier. But if you're going to Florida, but like we know that's not going to happen. But I don't want that in my regular car. I want to be able to, what happens, if you just got to get the gas in it to get out of the way or something. Like sometimes that happens.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you need that little punch of speed to avoid something. And, it says it's going to do it according to GPS. So, well, we all know, that GPS doesn't always have the right speed limits. I watch mine and there's a lot of places it doesn't. It says it's 30 and it's really 45. And so you're doing 30 miles an hour and everybody else is going to be riding your ass, because you're going so slow. Yeah.
I was going to bring that up because even Google Maps, like I do, like I have the Apple CarPlay. So like when I'm doing Walmart, my map is on the screen, which is nice and big. It very regularly has the speed wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just like any kind of technology, but like, I'm all for it for kids. Like I have been like, my daughter is a really good driver, but I was terrified when she started driving herself.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it is scary.
It's so scary. And to have a device in there that like keeps them from fucking hot rodding when they're like 17, like, oh man, I drove like a freaking dick when I was younger. I mean, I only had an Escort, so we're not doing anything over 85 in that thing, but the wheels would fall off. But I mean, I tried.
Yeah, sure. You would if you could.
Oh God, if I had like a muscle car, I'd be ripping up down them streets. But
I wasn't dragging too many people in our Plymouth Valiant.
Oh gosh, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds
that's before your time, my man. Before your time.
Like Ford Escort. But all right, well, guys, thank you so much. Except Pete, appreciate you guys all commenting.
Love you, Pete.
Bubba Sue,
Steve,
Josh, Steve, Traveler, and Ultra. Thank you,
Josh.
Yep, appreciate it. Larry, are you doing gig work this weekend? I
will be doing gig work. Yeah, I know you're doing Live Fest, so I will pick up your slack this weekend.
Yeah, pick it up, get some stories.
Yeah.
Do a shot before you go out. Make sure you record it.
Maybe or maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe allegedly. Yeah. If you say
Possibly.
allegedly, you can late calling. Good to see you looking better. Yeah. Thanks, Janet. Appreciate it. Janet reached out.
Hey, Janet.
Such a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. We love
She was
Janet.
really worried about me. And like, and that's kind of why I went live Thursday night when I was doing gig work because I was like, I'm okay. I didn't die because God, that'd be terrible. Like, oh man, we're doing the show and I like just fucking have a grabber right there.
Oh, hey man, it happens. Yeah, it reminds you. I've seen it. I remember me and the kids watching WWE, and Jerry Lawler had a heart attack on air
Really?
at the announce table.
Did he die?
No, he didn't. But like
Oh,
the
okay.
show went on too. I mean, they did not stop.
Well, maybe they knew that he was gonna
No.
make it. They
Yeah,
didn't know.
No, they didn't know till I mean, he was. They panned away. They didn't show him.
Right.
They brought a stretcher out and took him out. I mean, the announcers were like, "Yeah, we're sorry, we're having a medical situation here with with Jerry, and we don't know what's going on." And yeah, they didn't know how it was going to turn out. But
okay, so if I die right here, I want you to finish the show and do not dare go over an hour. If you go anytime over an hour, I'm gonna. Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, you'll be dead. You can't do nothing.
I can't do shit.
I'm gonna do like a 12-hour marathon live.
Oh my God. Like a tribute. The show goes an hour, then it turns into a 12-hour tribute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That'd be
We'll do an hour with John and have him bring up all his old motivational speeches, and then we'll bring on Pete for an hour and
then have at least 15 minutes of John's hour. He's insulting me even though I'm dead. I'd be like, do it, John. Do it. God damn it. Oh, so funny. All right. And as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
All right. Good night.